Okay. Bitcoin on the month. So it's been about 4, maybe 5 weeks. I got to be honest with you. I look at this and I get a little worried. I don't know what to say. Here's what worries me, right? So if this, well, I don't know if it's really a worry. So we still have 9 days left on this monthly candle, and the only thing that kind of trips me out is that if this candle is greater than this candle, that's pretty much an engulfing candle pattern, and which could mean that we could see another dip somewhere right up here, which is kind of expected. I'm kind of expecting another dip. If this is one of our big dips, this is 20%. So that's like 10% less than what I would have expected on a big one. I wonder if that makes sense. Our RSI could have a lot to do with our next month. So look at that very carefully. But that could have a lot to do with our next month. MACD looks strong as hell. But, so I said that I would have liked for this to be down here. So one more candle mid-level here might make me happier, so to speak, than I was back here. I love a sequential number reset, because without a sequential number reset here, we could be done in 6 to 7 months instead of 10 to 12 months. And I'd much rather see us done at 10 to 12 months. I have not been looking at many of the predictions that are out, so maybe you've seen more YouTube videos of what the predictions are. I'm still looking at like 185 is when I'm going to start thinking about selling all of my altcoins. This time around, I'm not making the same mistake that I made last time. I'm not holding on to any altcoins whatsoever, no matter what. I'm not eating it because I made such a profit, it doesn't matter, and just holding on to them. I'm getting rid of all of them. This cycle, and all the people that I've talked to have taught me that when it's the end of the Bitcoin cycle, the altcoins try and hold on, but they're going to crash much harder than Bitcoin. So I am definitely selling all of my altcoins. I may hold on to ETH. I didn't hold on to ETH last time, but all of the Bitcoin I'm definitely holding on to. Technically, I'm out of all trades right now. I have taken, in the last, let's say, 3 months, I've taken every trade that I've been in profit, I've been in profit. I've taken some profit, like a garbage disposal, a car battery, that kind of nonsense, right? And I've put the rest into a long-term storage, or I sold out of it completely, and that's now part of my account. So if I started off with $2,000, then I now have $2,000, so to speak, but now I have a bunch of altcoins to sell at the end of the Bitcoin cycles, but they're the altcoins that were my best performers. So that's how I'm doing that. This caught me off guard, though. This really caught me off guard. We can take a quick look at the week. And here we do have candle resets on the week. And this is really good. All right, so 1, 2, we could see 9 weeks of upside. I'm not so sure that's what's going to happen, because we popped up here pretty quick. Is this the supply shock that I was talking about? Is that what's happening, or is this some more demand, or is this people shorting? I have no idea. We're here though, and on the week we had a really good buy. I'm late to the party. I've been doing things. Life got in the way. But well, let's look at something else. Let's look at something that I haven't owned, SNX, right? So this isn't quite a buy yet, SNX. If we look at theta right here, this is not a bad, considering where it was. It's 25, 28%, right? Depending from where you consider it's kind of top to be on the daily. And even this on the RSI is looking a little sketchy, but this is the thing. I need to go through all of these altcoins. I need to get rid of some. I need to add others, right? Because right now I'm out of all of them. That's NVIDIA. But you get where I'm going, right? That our altcoins are still way beneath. If we look at Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin made a 20% drop from like here, right? And now it's almost back up. It's back in this range. We can take this range and we can move this over, and we're applying to the same rules. I would like to see it gain real support in this region. If it gains real support in this region over the next few days, meaning maybe 14 days, so 2 weeks, right? If it gains some real support in this region still, then it's going to be very, very strong. Everything's going to be strong. You're not really going to want to be buying and selling altcoins. You're going to want to be buying the altcoins now, right? That is my strategy, is to start going all in. Maybe look around and see if there's some things that I can sell just to get an extra couple $100 of altcoins, if you know what I mean. Because we are not near the BTC. The worst case scenario, looking at it kind of on the monthly chart, is we could be 5 to 6 months out from the top, right? And that top would probably not be 185K, which means that I would be wrong, which is absolutely fine. But I would like to see it blow my numbers away, if that makes sense. What I'm looking at away. I wish that the adoption curve would kick up and stuff like that. We still have the government that is still at war with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Nothing's changed. They're still at war with this whole idea. So we'll see what happens here. And Diamond Hands is what's going to be. Are people buying this to believe in it, or are people buying this to get a Lambo in the next couple of years? That's what we're going to find out. Are the gamblers back, and do they have bigger purses to gamble with? That's what we're going to find out in the next year. So any altcoins that I'm not in any altcoins right now because this really kind of caught me by surprise here. But any altcoins, but I did say that like in 4 weeks we could probably be back at this level, right? So, well, no, maybe I said 4 weeks until any type of a supply shock would kick in. Either way, we're back here. I would love to see some serious support here. So, we're looking at maybe 10 days, 8, 9, 10 days, right? Would be awesome for support here. And then we could really see a strong, and when I mean strong, I mean a strong presence like from here to here, which is a 40% increase, which a 40% increase from this bottom line, you're looking at almost 100,000. And this almost works out in my head because I think that 100,000 per Bitcoin is a big psychological barrier for a lot of people. And it drops out it drops out people that are really on the edge of trying to understand what's happening. Okay. But yeah, that kind of fits. But I would love to see the support here. I would have loved to have seen it back here when I first draw these lines, but I didn't see that. It didn't happen. I think these lines are still in play. We'll see. Now, if this line is in play right here for support, if this line is in here in play for support and it provides support over the next day to 2 days, maybe even carry us through the weekend, right? Altcoins are, you're looking at an altcoin spike, right? And when you're looking at the smaller altcoins, some of the crazier altcoins, you're going to get more. I would suggest not going all in on a crazy coin. I would suggest spreading your money out and maybe spending a fifth of what maybe you're thinking of going all in on. But now is the time to buy altcoins and wait for them to take off. And another strategy is to buy 10, wait a few months, the ones that have taken off, keep them around, sell off, make some profit. The ones that haven't really taken off, get rid of those, put those into another coin. Because worst case scenario, we top at 6 to 7 months. Best case scenario, it's almost a year from now. Right? Best case scenario for me is still anything over 185K. Right? I get rid of all of the altcoins and I wait for BTC to come down. That's the plan. So BTC is still king. I'm not going to go to the 4 hour. I think I'm done. I covered crazy governments. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. The more support we have in this area to get out of this, the faster we're going to go up. Otherwise, it's going to be a rocky road going up. And the only way you're going to survive it is if you get in with with your altcoins here, and you have diamond hands while it's going up. All right, and stop limits, stop limits, stop limits, stop limits. If you can't put stop limits on the coin, I wouldn't even buy it. I'm dead serious. If you can't put a stop limit on it, I wouldn't even buy it. I wouldn't think about it. So keep that in mind. You can't lose much more than 3 to 5% if you're setting your stop limits right in the first place. So, all right. Tomorrow's Wednesday, hump day. It's trash day for me, which means that I get to completely pack a dumpster with a room full of stuff that I will never use in my life again, and nobody on this planet wants. So you have a great day tomorrow. Have a great week. Like I said, I'm hoping for support here.